Disney World is full of magical moments, but there are a few things that are so rare, you may not have seen them before. We're going to tell you when and where to look for them today on DFB Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. So you think you've seen it all at Disney World? Even some of our team can't check off everything on this list, and we're at Disney all the time. For everything on this list, you need to be at the right place at the right time, or wrong time. You'll see what I mean. So how can you increase the odds of experiencing all these super rare things at Disney World? We've got the details. First up, those custodial water paintings. This is probably the most common one on our list, but there are still plenty of people who've never seen it, and you definitely can't look up a showtime for this one. Some of Disney's custodial staff have signed up to learn how to draw Disney characters, and they get to showcase that on the job with a broom and some water. Yeah, these are actual custodial team cast members who take on water artist shifts. To become a water artist, they take a class to learn how to draw several characters. You may see Goofy, Mike Wazowski, Pluto, Donald, and a bunch of other Disney characters. They're most often spotted early in the day and in areas where crowds aren't too heavy. The artist needs their space to work. Since the art is made of water, it won't stick around for a long time, especially in the Florida sun and heat. You'll want to keep your eyes peeled because it's easy to miss this one. Next one is getting to see Backstage without a tour. Now, for most people, being on a ride when it breaks down and having to be evacuated off through a backstage exit is probably not the highlight of their vacation, but for a lot of hardcore Disney fans, it's kind of a bucket list item. Some rides break down more than others. When Frozen Ever After first opened, it seemed like that ride was breaking down nearly every day. It's actually the top most evacuated ride in Disney World, according to a report from the Reedy Creek Fire Department. Also on the top 10 list, Pirates of the Caribbean, Space Mountain, and Kali River Rapids. Rise of the Resistance hasn't been open long enough to make it into an official report yet, but with 4 separate ride sections, the probability of a breakdown is a lot more likely, and we've personally witnessed the ride having a decent amount of downtime. Now, if a ride breaks down when you're on it, you'll likely receive a fast pass to come back and ride it later, but you could be stuck for a long time on a ride that isn't moving before they make the decision to evacuate. Some things, like shows, are a lot easier to evacuate than, say, a boat ride where someone needs to come out and push the boat to the nearest in-ride exit, or a coaster like Space Mountain where they need to use special tools to help guests get out of the ride vehicles. All in all, evacuating a ride is not something Disney wants to have happen, so it's more than likely that ride operators will try to get things up and running again while you're still on the ride. Then they'll send in a crew to fix the issue once everyone's finished the ride and exited the building. That's when you may get a chance to see another rare sight, Space Mountain with the lights on. This rarely happens, but they might need to do a bit of work on the ride while the park is open, and you could get the opportunity to really see this normally pitch black ride, or at least a glimpse of it. The People Mover goes through Space Mountain, and if you happen to time a ride when crews are working on Space Mountain, you can catch it with the lights on. If you really want to see this, keep an eye on the My Disney Experience app to see if Space Mountain closes during the day. There's a chance it's a quick fix that doesn't require the lights to come on, but you could get lucky. All right, let's talk about that no-strings Pinocchio Pass. This next one you usually only see if something goes wrong for you, unfortunately. The Pinocchio Pass, or golden ticket, or no-strings attached pass, there's lots of names for this one, is basically a freebie or gift that can be given by a cast member. It can be a fast pass, a snack item, or maybe even a new pair of shoes if yours break and a nice cast member happens to see it. These examples have happened to our team, sometimes because something's gone wrong, like the broken shoes, or because a cast member wanted to create a little magic. This is at the discretion of cast members, and they can't go giving them out to everyone. It really is more likely you'll receive one if something goes wrong, but doesn't always have to be that way. All right, that rainy day cavalcade. If it's pouring down rain in Magic Kingdom and parade time is approaching, we've got some bad news. That parade ain't gonna happen. But you might get to see something super rare that not many Disney guests have seen before, the rainy day cavalcade. Disney will usually delay parades first, but if the floats or costumes might be damaged from rain, they'll send out the cavalcade instead. Instead of the big parade you normally see in Magic Kingdom, characters will ride down the street in some of the Main Street vehicles. They even do this for holiday parties. We were able to see a Christmas version of the Rainy Day Cavalcade at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party this past year for the very first time. And I'm pretty sure it was the first time they ever did a holiday Rainy Day Cavalcade too? I'm not sure. They had a big sign, so maybe it wasn't the first time. In that one though, Santa rode in a car with Pluto and it was super cute. During the Halloween party we attended last year, it had rained, but not enough to cancel the parade, but the pirates carried mops instead of flags. But if it is downpouring during one of those party nights, you might get something else people rarely see at Disney World, a rain check. So if you've attended a Magic Kingdom party, like the very, very rainy Christmas party we attended last year, and the weather seriously affects the event, you may be able to get a rain check. If rides and specialty entertainment don't happen, they may offer a chance to attend another party. You'll want to ask a guest relations if they're offering guests the opportunity to attend another party or after-hours event, or receive a one-day park ticket to make up for the rained-out event. Check your My Disney Experience app to see if a voucher has turned up automatically. This may happen, but we suggest checking with a cast member before you leave for the night. These events are rain or shine, so it has to be seriously bad weather to warrant getting a rain check. But if both parades are rained out and the castle shows can't happen and a whole bunch of rides remain closed all night, there's a good chance you could receive a rain check. Next one is a hurricane hitting Disney World. So speaking of rain, right? It's certainly not one we're looking to experience, but it is a rare situation that only a few Disney guests find themselves in. Over the years, Disney has been impacted by hurricanes only a few times. Considering Florida is a hurricane hotspot and the park's been open for 49 years, it's kind of surprising. But the parks have been closed 6 times in the past due to hurricanes. Floyd in '99, Charlie in 2004, Jean in 2004, Matthew in 2016, Irma in 17, and Dorian in 19. So what can you do if a hurricane is headed your way on vacation? Well, you could ride it out. If you're not able to make it home before the storm hits, you can ride it out at Disney World. They bring on a team of cast members who stay on property to take care of guests, and characters may come out to greet in the lobbies to keep everyone entertained if the parks are closed. Restaurants will stay open so that guests have somewhere to get a meal. They may even offer discounts to help accommodate guests who had to extend their stay. If things are expected to get bad, Disney may urge guests to keep some food and water in their room and, of course, pull in any outside patio or balcony furniture. You could also head home early, though. If the idea of riding out a storm at Disney doesn't appeal to you or you haven't arrived yet, you may be better off changing your travel plans. If there's a hurricane warning issued for the Orlando area or your home area within 7 days of your arrival, Disney allows you to cancel or reschedule your trip without a fee. We'd also recommend looking into a travel insurance policy. That can help cover airline changes or any other expenses. Just make sure hurricanes are included in the policy. Now, we don't want to say we've had a good experience during a hurricane at Disney World, but our team members have been stuck there during storms and only have good things to say about how Disney handled the situation, even if it meant missing 2 days in the parks. So there are some seriously rare things at Disney World that you can't kind of look up a showtime for or figure out how to see. You just have to be there at the right time or the wrong time, like we said. So we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Have you seen some of these things? Have you experienced some of these things? Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching. We'll see you real soon.